Via Amit Segal, the Trump administration is considering granting U.S. citizenship to 20 living hostages in Gaza to increase the chances of their release. This motherfucker will do anything but put an end to the genocide, bro. I swear to God. I also think that, like, this is the type of shit that's really gonna piss off his base. Like, who is this fucking for, man? Take Israel's dick out of your fucking mouth for 1 second and try to think. Like, this is crazy. I'm not a fucking firm and committed believer in the whole, like, Benjamin Netanyahu as compromat on fucking Donald Trump shit. Like, that Mossad has, like, a compromising footage of Donald Trump. But every single day, he behaves like a man who's caught fucking children, okay, in the archives of, like, Unit 8200's basement or something. Like, every other day, he behaves as though there is just photographic evidence of his fucking pedophilia or something. I don't understand what this is. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I know people will fucking clip this and be like, Hassan doesn't want the hostages to be released. It's like, dude, there is a solution to fucking releasing the hostages. It's called ending the fucking genocide. What the fuck is happening, man? Glenn Greenwald, Times of Israel blogger, strongly suggests and then threatens that leaks about Trump's involvement with Epstein are Israel's punishment for Trump's refusal to bomb Iran more. He warns it really doesn't pay to start up with Israel. Read. What? Trump and his administration criticized Netanyahu and Israel, and now the Epstein files are haunting him. For a long time, the files had subsided in the background. They weren't considered to be much of a threat to Trump, but all of a sudden, right after he started up with Israel, no, I think this person is just like fucking, this person is just using the current thing that people care about to make this kind of like sinister take, as though, yeah, I don't think that he's just like connecting dots. And this will work for a lot of people, I think. A lot of people will like lean into this. Why the fuck would Israel compromise its own assets if Epstein is a Mossad agent? Why would Israel burn their own Mossad agent with its own, trove of pedophilia archives? For a long time, the files had subsided in the background. They weren't considered to be much of a threat to Trump, but all of a sudden, right after he started up with Israel, the files surfaced, and they seem to be overwhelming him. Trump blasted Bibi after the shrapnel hit a church in Gaza. The church is in a war zone. It was not targeted. Rather, shrapnel from a nearby explosion hit it. Still, Trump berated Bibi and demanded he publicly express regret. Huckabee also chimed in, blasting Israel for withholding visas from evangelical groups. It seems that Israel wants to first ensure that the groups don't plan to missionize, but Huckabee seems insensitive to Israel's concerns. Saying Mike Huckabee seems insensitive to Israel's concerns is the most insane thing you can say. Mike Huckabee wants a greater Israel project to continue more than like half of Israeli society. And those motherfuckers certainly want it too. Okay. The other side of this is a lie. Like, Israel obviously blew up the fucking church. Like, the idea that this was like a random incident or something is bullshit. They did it on purpose. And it doesn't matter, because what the fuck are you going to do about it is the attitude that Israel has in this process. And they should have this attitude, because what the fuck can we do about it? We literally can't do anything about it, because our politicians have Israel's dick so far lodged, so far up their fucking spine that the Israel's dick is doing the talking for them like a goddamn puppet. Holy fuck. And now some old files are threatening him. Perhaps Trump will realize that it really doesn't pay to start up with Israel. Perhaps those implicated in the files will express contrition and regret, because when, by divine providence, things that were hidden become revealed, it enables people to correct their mistakes and to endeavor to live their lives properly the way God wants them to. It's so fucking nutty, man. It's nutty. It is so insane. These motherfuckers are like the arrogance of pro-Israeli people at this stage is what is so mind-boggling to me. Like, it just straight up, like, the most annoying version of doing this, like, whiny, cancel culture focused, hysterical way of being a Nazi. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I feel like historical fascist movements were not this like fucking whiny and entitled and arrogant, or maybe they were. I don't know. But it's just like we've never experienced this dynamic before, because we've never had a situation where like Nazi Germany was building its own industrial base to conduct its endless bloodshed campaign at the behest of this Ubermensch, at the behest of like a greater neo-Nazi project, right? So they weren't like constantly fucking chirping. They were definitely chirping similar to Israel when they were talking about like, well, England has colonies. We're little old Nazi Germany. Why do you think we're doing the colonizing, right? Like they would do shit like that. But like it wasn't as consistent because there was no return on that kind of chirping because we were antagonistic, especially after a certain point, to Nazi Germany as a foreign state. Whereas Israel cannot conduct anything without America's go-ahead. Israel cannot conduct any of its war campaigns, any of its belligerent death and destruction campaigns in a number of different countries that unfortunately happen to be Israel's neighbor without America's fucking endless supply of munitions. So with that dynamic in play, it blows my fucking mind that like Israeli envoys are so openly arrogant, so openly entitled. Like some of these motherfuckers, I feel like do legitimately believe that they are, you know, God's chosen people. Like this is, what do you mean? Of course I'm going to do a genocide. Like what the fuck? It blows my mind. Like I always assume that people are cynical. They're cynically saying things like, no, God gave me the right. Israel was there 3,000 years ago. Fuck you're going to do about it. Like when someone says that, I don't think that that person has internalized that fucking sentiment. I think that they're just simply saying that, right? To get other people on board, to get other people that are in the margins on board with that kind of thing. If they're also from the same, that exhibit the same like tribalist politics, right? But I think some of these motherfuckers truly are like, no, dude, what do you mean? Like this is the cancer of honest politics and Kahanist Judeo-supremacist ideology taking over so many different subsects of Israeli society. Hypocrisy and generalizing as fuck. No, I don't think you're understanding the words that I'm using here. I'm not saying every single Israeli is like this. I'm saying that it's shocking that there is more and more. There are more and more pro-Israel people who speak like this otherwise formerly far-right subsect of Israeli society that was considered a fucking aberration, that was considered terrorists. Do you not understand? This is how fascism manifests. Like the whole notion of you know, the Goyer cattle, like all that kind of stuff, like that's just a small sliver. It's supposed to be a small sliver of Israeli society. It's not supposed to be like written about in fucking Times of Israel. You know what I mean? And it's crazy to me that like there is just like so much momentum in that direction. There's so much momentum in that direction.